What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Bleach here, back again once again to do another Bleach versus Naruto video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the Akatsuki versus the Espada, the age-old question. And I thought we'd just kind of come here and put this to rest. And I have with me my Bleach apprentice, Newsver. Go ahead and say hello, buddy.
Hey, how y'all doing? We back here for another video. Hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join button, get access to those debates, past live streams, all that good stuff. Now, for this video, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to let Noons kind of handle the Bleach side of things, and then I am going to actually be shilling for Naruto in this video, right? I'm going to be trying to put my best foot forward for them to make them look good. So, Noons, I'm actually going to let you go ahead and start by talking about the AP of the Espada and like how strong they are.
So for the AP for the Espada, it's pretty simple. You just go by Las Noches. So Las Noches has been calced out and pretty consistently accepted to be around like a small country so level in size. So we know that Bleach characters do vaporize, and the Gran Rey Zero, it does come out to multi-continental. So since everybody can just use the Gran Rey Zero, and our boys we see in the fight between the legendary fight of Grimmjow versus Ichigo, that you can just tank your own Zero once you get to that level. We know that if you're 6 and above, you can just tank that, and well, all the Espada can just use a Gran Rey Zero, so all of them are multi-con. Pretty simple.
Now that does sound pretty impressive for a couple of little demon boys running around, but my ninjas over here in this other corner actually sounded kind of bad. Hold on, my ninjas over here are gonna be packing that heat. They're gonna be packing heat. So the Akatsuki, probably like the highest level of scaling you could possibly give them is say that like they all are expected to be able to capture the tailed beast, right? Which would include the 9 tails, right? And obviously nobody knows that like the 9 tails got like sealed away or anything, so they're like, oh, we gotta go pair up and beat up the strongest Jubi, right? The 9 tails, the being that can turn the entire world to ash, which actually would also be multi-continental because it's not blowing up the planet, but it's more or less life wiping the planet, which actually would be multi-continental. Similar to like how Las Noches has like this standard of being about country size. Life wiping is generally accepted at being multi-continental unless there's like some other like specific variation to it, right? It's just usually put at that level. So I don't know, right off the bat just seems like, you know, we got some pretty even fighters here. Pretty nice, pretty cool. But Noons, how fast are those demon boys? Are they quick? Are they slow?
They're pretty solid actually. So if we go by Ukiura should be one of the, you know, he's up there, you know. He's
pretty quick.
Yeah. So in his fight against Ichigo, when he drops his Lance, no, not even the Lance del Embargo, just the regular lance he has in his first resurrection, there's a calc for Ichigo's Getsu Tensho, him reacting to that being 1,500 times the speed of light. We have other calcs such as Shinsui dodging Stark. That one comes out to, I believe, either 72 or 77 times the speed of light.
Oh, that one is 72, but that's the low ball. Actually, the high ball comes out to like 800 times the speed of light. So,
so if we're just going like just talking about that, we have at least like 72, 77 times the speed of light, up to 1,500. Like that's pretty good. Like that's pretty fast. Like I think that's pretty good for the Espada.
That is pretty quick as well. And then I'd also like to note that this does backscale to certain members. Like even if you were like, I don't think this applies to anybody else, Ukiyo, or maybe he's just like really fast. Well, irregardless, he would always be number 2 because Omari is very consistently stated to be the fastest among the Espada. So you would at least have 2 of these guys that are really crazy in speed, potentially 3 if you want to go with the high ball estimate for the Stark calc, and then you'd have like 3 just insanely fast people.
We can also just say that we know that Stark is one of the faster Melody Espada, as stated in one of the guides. So there are a few faster than him. So our boy Ukiura, our boy Zomari, and 2 other people. Like if he's just the
most
fifth
definitely Holly Bell. She's pretty quick, dude. You see how she was blitzing Toshiro?
Yeah, this is no sim September. Sorry, man. Why don't you go back to your Naruto and your weird like kunai
There's
thing?
nobody to simp for in Naruto, but I don't want to get off topic, bro. I don't want anybody to get mad at me for saying that. But all right, look, my ninjas, they really don't got anything to compete with that. I'm gonna be honest. So that's kind of one of the faults of these kind of like lower end scaling for Naruto, is that there's really not a whole lot of like good speed feats, right? Like I usually will say that like Bleach and Naruto do scale very similarly like throughout the series, and like you know, for instance, like early Bleach and early Naruto can have like a lot of good matches, right? Because the scaling is very similar, right? But then when it comes to like this part of the series, Bleach just decided that they were like, you know what, we're just gonna be really fast, like we're just gonna be insanely fast, and Naruto is like, we're gonna have like really insane OP abilities. And one of the consequences of that is that there's not a whole lot to go off of when it comes for speed, especially for the Akatsuki members, because like the best thing you could possibly do, right, is say that A is like he's like the speed of light, right? Even though the data book says he's approaching the speed of light, I've also seen like a Japanese translation that says he is the speed of light. So take that for what you will. You know, we'll just say that he is the speed of light. And then you have KCM Naruto going at his absolute full power. Like he already got blitzed by this dude once, but then he's like, all right, if I go full power, I can blitz past this guy. And I mean, people have already debated on this before as to whether or not the calc is legit, but we're just actually going to take the calc at face value. We're just going to assume that it's 100% correct, right? And assume that Naruto is 77 times faster than the Raikage, right? Which if he's 77 times faster than someone who's the speed of light, he would be 77 times the speed of light. Go figure. And the reason this is important is because Itachi fights KCM Naruto, and again, you could even argue like, well, is that Naruto the same level of speed when he fought the Raikage? Probably not, because it took his absolute full power to reach that that level of speed. But again, we'll just say that, yeah, Itachi's able to match this guy. It's definitely, you know, same speed. Nagato's there beating up everybody, you know, 77 times the speed of light. And then if you want to try to like backscale and be like, well, Kisame and Itachi can fight each other, and you know, I don't want to say too much about like Kakazu and the other people, but you know, we'll just lump them in there. We'll just say, you know, they're all pretty relative, right? We'll just say that they're all 77 times the speed of light. But you can already see that it's being like very generous towards them. And I think the only area that the Espada are going to maybe lose out to the Akatsuki is their abilities. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what the Espada are bringing to the table as far as abilities are concerned?
So if we're just let's just start off with like our top five, you know, like just the top five Espada. Our boy Yami, he's a beat stick. All right, just throw him away.
No, he's got hard skin.
And who cares about his hard?
Thick.
Dude, I don't know how I feel about you saying hard skin, bro. And recorded.
His skin is hard. What do you mean?
Bro, no, bro. Out of context, that just sounds sus,
Let him
bro.
take it out of context. Let him clip it.
Oh, all right. So Yami's basically a beat stick. Dark, he's pretty smart, but like he's just a glorified beat stick as well. Baragon, very good hacks. He just ages people to death. Like, bro, what are you going to do when you just become a skeleton, bro?
You think aging people like thousands and millions of years in like a couple of seconds is good? You think that's a good hacks? Wow, that's what a hot take, bro.
I'm like just for example, Soyphone. Soyphone's relatively young just by her appearance. We know these guys like Yamamoto should be like thousands, millions of years old, and her arm just becomes a skeleton, bro. Yamamoto is yet to become a skeleton, bro. Come on.
I think you could
bro.
actually say that like Soyphone is probably less than 100 years old, because she was like actually just a child when Yoruichi was kind of like training Kisuke in the past arc, right? So like she's probably around the range of like 100 years old, probably, maybe give or take like 20 or so years. So like somebody like, dude, they're aging like no, because here's the thing. No. Screw all that. Baragon said he could age stars, right? Which take like millions of years to age and die. And he's like, no, I could just do that real quick. I'll just age all of them with my power. And you're like, bro, he's crazy. He's insane. And let's also not forget that he can slow people down. Like he has like control over speed as well.
Yeah, he has like this field around him now. Once you get close to him, you start slowing down. Basically, why Soyphone had a pretty hard deal.
She actually got shafted in that fight. Like she was dude, it's literally like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're like, all right, so I'm gonna bring like my this is gonna be really nerdy for anybody that doesn't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! In the comments, but like I'm gonna bring my My oh man, I already forgot what my deck was called. But basically, I'm gonna bring a deck, my Bakura deck, that revolves on the graveyard, and then
Yeah.
Lucky brings Gravekeepers and just shuts down my entire graveyard. I'm like, dude, I can't do anything. I'm shut down, man. It's just like,
Man,
it sucks.
I got floodgated, man. It's over.
I literally got counterplayed. But I'll let you continue with the Espada.
All right. Polybell has water. Like, I guess maybe she can drown some people, but she doesn't particularly have hacks. Ukiura, he has regen. Yeah, that's a thumbs up, you know? We out here regenning from wounds. Noitora got some regen.
He's also pretty hard.
Man, you need to chill out with saying hard, bro.
Are they not hard? All right, look, leave a comment down below. Do you think Noitora and Yami are hard? Let me know in the comments.
Bro, you did that. That one was on purpose, bro. There's no way, bro.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if it's out of pocket or not.
All right. Grimmjow, nothing really, just beast stick. Then we have Zomari. All right, finally, we have somebody cool. I have to say Zomari's cool, bro.
He is cool.
Bro, I'm disappointed in myself. Bro, I just said Zomari's cool above Grimmjow.
Oh, cooler than Grimmjow? Absolutely not. I'm gonna revoke your Bleach license for that one.
All right, but Zomari's ability, he's able to put you like with his Amor under his control, just hit you with it. If he hits you with, like, if he hits a certain body part, he gets control of that body part. If he hits your head, he just gets control of your entire body. And it's pretty, I would say that's pretty good, just taking control of somebody. Let's just say
I
we
could take control of like 52 people. That's pretty OP.
Yeah, he has a lot of eyes as well, so I'm like, he has more than however many Akatsuki members we have.
Before Zomari versus Espada and Akatsuki combined, and he still wins. All right, look, I'm putting that in the secret box under the table, right? For the secret debate goons watching this that are just rubbing their hands, you could take that one. All right, that's a free argument for you right there.
All right. After we have Xylopero. Xylopero has a repertoire of abilities actually. Like, for example, he has his blood. If he gets that ink blood on you, like, he just makes clones of you. He has his Oregon dolls. Just, if he had... Bro, that's actually... I'm just thinking about Xylopero, and I'm like...
I believe the clones are stated to be as strong as like the people they copy as well. Like, he says they're exact copies. Like, it's really broken. It's really stupid.
Yeah, like... So, just... Bro, Xylopero just...
He also can't die. He has the Gabrielle ability. He can't die.
He can impregnate somebody and then like come back, dude. Like, bro, I can't say that sentence, bro.
That's what he does. That's what it is, though. It's supposed to be vile. Like, that's literally how he describes it when he's like, I impregnated Nebu and now she's dying. And it's just like, ew.
Actually just disgusting, but that is something he can do. He can impregnate. Bro, okay, I'm just gonna move on, bro.
Let me move on to Aranyeto, who's like not any less sus than Xylopero.
Aranyeto is like this big tentacle man.
Uh-huh.
He can absorb abilities.
He can suck people up, is what you're saying.
Bro, he's basically a Dojin, okay? Like, this was just Kubo making a Dojin character right here, bro. Aranyeto is a Dojin. And we already talked about Yami, but most of the Espada are just beat sticks. We got a few that are like, yes, bro. I can not even overpower you, but like, I can actually like fight somebody that's stronger than me.
Well, it's kind of ridiculous too, because it's like, the ones that are beat sticks are the ones that are already like really OP, so they don't really need abilities. But then all of the weak ones have these insanely overpowered abilities. Like Xylopero and Zomari are like the people that are like, oh, I want to debate like this character solo's your favorite. Like, those are your wet dreams for soloing your favorite verse characters. Like, because it's not like they even need to be particularly strong. They just either make copies of whoever they're fighting and have them beat each other up, or they just steal everybody and have them beat each other up, right? It's like, it's so stupid. Now,
like, you would hope like these would have been like the higher tiers, but you know, we got beat sticks and then we have people with hacks.
I mean, with that being said, it ain't like the Akatsuki are lacking when it comes to abilities. I personally think they're probably a little bit better than the Espada as a whole, just because like pretty much every member of the Akatsuki does have a really decent ability, whereas like half of the Espada don't really have abilities per se, right? Like Pain has a whole Bible chapter full of stuff that he can do just because of the Rinnegan, right? Like he's a
Yeah.
Jedi with the push and pull. He can make giant nuts in the sky with the rocks with the Chibaku Tensei. It's like then he can absorb astral beings, which I don't know if you know this news. I don't know if you're aware, but everybody in Bleach is an astral being. So he might just be able to like touch somebody and he just slurps them up, which is kind of funny. Actually, it's really hilarious. You say he's Bergamo?
No, I said he was about to gobble some glizzy.
I thought you said he was Bergamo. It's like, no.
Honestly,
Way
bro.
cool to Bergamo.
What, bro? He might just be as cool as Bergamo, bro.
Well, he can make guns. He can make missiles. It's insane. And then he can revive people. He's like Pain. All right, look, Pain is like the ultimate like tag team guy. Because just like somebody dies, I bring them back. I like can kind of control the battlefield with like pushing and pulling, sealing people away. It's just like really OP. Being able to absorb attacks as well. Like, it's just really, really good when it comes to team battles. Conan's kind of dog water. Like, I don't like. Someone's gonna be like, she makes the paper bomb. It's like, yeah, okay, throw a paper bomb at Grimmjow and let's see what happens, bro. I think Grimmjow's just gonna walk through that. Like, I don't think he's gonna care.
Get annoyed.
Hidan is actually really good because Hidan just literally can't die. Like, he's still sitting in a pit to this day, just decapitated with all his body parts just sitting there. Like, he actually just is immortal. Hidan is like, he's really good for these battles because you can just throw him at somebody. Like, you could just throw Hidan at somebody like, let's say, like Noitora, right? Like, someone that's pretty strong, and then just keep Noitora infinitely distracted, right? Because you just keep like chopping away at Hidan, he wouldn't be able to kill him, and he'd be like, "What the fuck, bro? Like, why won't this guy die?"
Yeah.
It's just like that's crazy. Kakuzu kind of, he's okay. He's kind of like the beat stick of the Akatsuki, if I'm being honest. Like he's a decent beat stick because he can get like the diamond armor and then he can split his hearts off. So he's kind of like, imagine if you had to kill Grimmjow like 5 times, basically. It's like, yeah, it'd be kind of annoying because Grimmjow's pretty tanky. He's really strong, like reasonably strong. Has some decent ranged abilities and stuff he could pull out. So it's like if you had to kill him like 5 times, it would be pretty annoying. Hisame's pretty good. Can absorb ninjutsu, chakra, all that good stuff. Makes himself stronger. Gives him regen. He could put people in a puddle, and just drown them, right? You know, look, I'm still standing by what I said. I don't look. None of these characters demonstrate they can breathe underwater. They just get drowned, bro. Get put underwater. It's a really lame way to die, but that's how Frieza almost killed Goku. So I don't know, like, I don't know, man. Drowning might be a pretty
lame
based way to take people out. Then we have Itachi.
It's actually be trash if you just drown people, bro. I don't know, bro.
Oh yeah, what's gonna happen when I throw you in the water, huh?
Then you're trash. What?
No, I'm goated for that one.
Trash.
I'm goated for that one.
I want to rip off Frieza so bad.
I mean, look, I don't want to get off topic talking about Dokkan, but anyway, Itachi's also pretty good. I mean, it's almost, he's got like the same laundry list as like Pain, right? But like those are like most notable things are like Amaterasu, right? It's like in the verse of Naruto is like really OP because you can like burn through anything, and it's like it's still relevant like the end of the war arc, right? It's still like pretty, like it's an ability that Sasuke uses. You have like Genjutsu and whatnot that he has where you can just like mind control people. Although I don't believe Itachi ever showed that his use was as good as like say Obito, who like mind control like a perfect Jinchuriki, but the illusions are very good. Then you have Tsukuyomi, which is like such a potent genjutsu that it just kills people. It just blows your brain up because of how much stimulation you're getting. Like Kakashi was in the hospital for what, like a month or something, and they had to go get Tsunade. Yeah. And then his girlfriend just actually died when Itachi made her experience their entire life together in a picosecond, and she just couldn't handle it, and she just died. Like she just died over. GG's. So it's like he also has the Susanoo with like the one-shot weapon, and then like the ultimate defense, right? Like the shield that blocks all ninjutsu, and the sword that BFRs you to the gourd, right? Like pretty OP. All right, look, I didn't say all that, but like that is actually, like, no meme aside, that's really close to what it is. because it says it like brings you into a realm of like drunken like stupor or whatever, like where you're just kind of like always in this like drunken state. So I'm like, oh, it's like a party dimension. Okay, that's cool, nice. Unless it's like a hangover dimension, that's what it means. Then it kind of sucks. But then we close out with what I'm not counting Zetsu. Fuck Zetsu.
That's neat.
Then we have Datara, and then we have Sasori. Sasori's kind of like Psylopper, he's got like the pretty good poisons and whatnot. Um, Iron Sand, pretty decent, I suppose. And then you have Datara, who's like can blow stuff up. I guess he's got like cellular level bombs, which is cool. I guess like thumbs up, sure. I guess. But I guess we should talk about who we think should win this. And I think it's a little obvious when we have equal strength. The Espada are like kind of losing when it comes to abilities, but then they're I don't know, just like
they're like speedy boys. Too fast.
When they're actually just like dozens of times faster than them, dude. It's just actually insane. You're just like, I don't really know how they're supposed to win, because the actual difference between the Espada being like around 1,000 times the speed of light, and if all of the Akatsuki were 77 times the speed of light, it is like a 13 times difference, right? It's actually stupid, which typically like speed blitzing, even if you're in the range of like being 2 to 3 times faster than somebody, you're already getting like pretty hard blitzed in a fight. Anything higher than that is just like winning more, right? It's just actually insane. Like people, okay, small rant. People don't get in fights very often, right? But when you start fighting people, and then you start to understand like speed differences in people, and then you start fighting someone who is like actually double your speed, you're like, dude, I actually just cannot keep up with this person. Like they're actually just blitzing the hell out of me right now. And then you start getting like people that are like 3-4 times faster, and you're just like, dude, it's impossible. Like I can't even react. I'm actually getting conceptually erased by this person, man. He's bodying me right now. So it's like 13 times is just absolutely insane. Even if you're like, oh, I don't like the fighting analogy. I don't like fighting. I like to sit at my computer all day and debate on Discord, which is totally fine. You know, you do that. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not poking shade at it. But if you don't like that analogy, the standard, right, like on like most forums that people accept as a speed blitz is a 10 times difference, right? So 13 times, bigger than 10 times, equal blitz. Equals everybody dies. Pretty cut and dry, if you ask me. Any other thoughts? You have any thoughts?
Omar about to pull up, start hitting a more, and Itachi solos? Question mark. Nagato solos? Question mark. Kisame solos? Hidan solos?
I will say if we like equalize the speed, it's a bit more interesting. But I think the ones that are like really hard to deal with are Zomari and Baragon, right? Because nobody has like an anti-death like barrier that they could put around. Yeah. Maybe like you could maybe try to say that like Pain could absorb it, but if like there's also the possibility that he puts his hand out and like the jutsu he's using to try to contain it actually just gets aged, very similarly to how like the Kitos get aged when they try to contain his power, right?
Yeah.
And then I think Amor is just even worse because Byakuya had to get hit by it twice to realize what it was and that you could even block it, right? And so it's just like, Zomari's like blitzing around, you know, just like snapping people in the head. And then it's like, sure, let's say that maybe Pain could like absorb it, right? But now it's like Pain versus all the other members of the Akatsuki plus all the members of the Espada, and they're equal stats. So it's like, it's just not looking very good. Just not very great for them. Even if it was like Itachi in Pain, like let's say that Itachi blocks it with the Yata Mirror, and like with this higher precognition with the Sharingan, it's still just like you got to make a lot of leaps and bounds to then be like, yeah, I think Itachi in Pain could beat like all of the Espada and all of the Akatsuki as well. When you have like Kisame being a rival to Itachi already, and Itachi's like also a rival to what's his name, Pain over here. So it's just like a bit of a leap. Then you also have like Baragon aging people. God forbid Psylopero clones all of the Espada and then gives them like just does the Madara thing. You know,
in all honesty, like if Psylopero has like equal speed to everybody and he's relative to everybody, like that is very, very, very bad. because of how much Silopro has at his disposal.
It's like the
But
only
yeah,
thing keeping him in check is that he's like number 8. It's just like he's very weak. It's like the only thing keeping him in check. It's like if he does that, and then let's say that like Pain, or let's say that like Pain or Itachi comes up and they just like they kill Silopro, and they're like, all right, well we got him, and then like Pain just inflates like a balloon and like Silopro comes out of his butthole or something, and he's just like, all right, I rebirth myself, and now Pain is just actually dead. Like he is just dead. I used all of his life energy or all of his chakra in this like scenario, right? You know, and I just used all of that to function, like to rebirth myself. Now Silopro has chakra. It's just a whole problem. Like it's not a situation the Akatsuki wants to be in. Like, so it's like I need to also clarify that like when I say that like I think the Espada have worse abilities than the Akatsuki, I'm not saying that like pound for pound they're worse. I'm just saying that like as a group, the Akatsuki has more at their disposal than the Espada do, right? But do not misunderstand. Yeah. Do not misunderstand. Silopro, Baragon, Zomari, very, very broken, right? Because instead of needing to put somebody under an illusion, right? And like, you know, have like put them under a genjutsu, Zomari just smacks them with a thing and says, okay, I can do that 52 more times, right? And I can put them all under this and have perfect control over them, right? It's just disgusting. It's stupid.
You also remember that, like the first time that Zomari used that ability, Byakuya didn't even know that it was coming. He just did it preemptively, like, bro, maybe something's coming out, bro. Like, let me just be safe, and he still got caught. So it's like,
it's actually just really disgusting. Like they're just really strong.
Get caught lacking by Zomari, just get taken over, but like, oh, yes, Akatsuki are now under my control, bro. It's over. I got goo.
And then we just also have clones of them as well running around. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Feel free to jump in the Discord if you disagree. I mean, I'm sure we'll have people on both sides being like, oh, I don't think, like, I already know. We're going to have people that are like super big Bleach fans being like, there's no way you could say that about the Espada. It's like, dude, it's just factual. Like when half of your group is beat sticks, you're just going to be worse pound for pound, right? But like your actual abilities by quality are better, right? Think of it that way: quality versus quantity, right? Spotters are quality, Akatsuki are quantity, right? And then we're also gonna get people being like, "There's no way the Akatsuki lose," and that's the stuff that's really fun. But do you have any other closing thoughts you'd like to just kind of drop?
The Espada are cool. The Akatsuki are lame. Thumbs up.
Okay, I want to go that far. I like the Akatsuki, but with that being said,
yike.
With that being said, boys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for coming out. If this is dropping on Thursday still, then the Sinbad video should be out on Sunday. So look forward to that. This is more just like a filler video to throw out here to tide you guys over, because I know you guys are fiending. You guys are like, Bleach Hub died. He hasn't uploaded in 2 weeks. So here you go. Much love to everybody watching this video. You made it this far. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, you guys.